Well, guys, Ten Hag sacking plan still on by INEOS, according to what we've gonna hit. Obviously, getting through from Fabrizio Romano, Alex Crook of TalkSport, and Sky Sports News. Looks like they are still on their mission to sack Erik Ten Hag out of the club of Manchester United. Welcome to the United Matters channel. I think on Sunday night we obviously got a very huge update coming in from Fabrizio Romano, informing us that it is going to be what we call a huge night, right? It's going to be big night as far as the side of Erik Ten Hag future is concerned for the club of Manchester United. And all we thought was that Monday was going to be the D-Day to obviously see this coming in through. But today morning, we've gone ahead to get also of updates that they are still making their review. And Fabrizio Romano, just 3 hours back, has gone ahead and put out a very huge update via his YouTube channel on the future of Erik Ten Hag. It looks like Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really looking to sack Erik Ten Hag and get him out of the job, because Fabrizio Romano in his update has made it clear that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the man holding this decision, and we don't know why he's taking all this long to make this decision, but we'll soon get to know why he's holding this. And we're gonna come in through to obviously give our honest opinions onto the current situation at the club of Manchester United, and the rest will follow up in the nick of time. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD. This is the United Matters channel, and we're here to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as Manchester United is really concerned. Now, let's obviously start it off with Crook Alex from TalkSport. He has come out and really told us that Manchester United's and Manchester United end of the season review remains ongoing as of this evening, meaning that even right now the review is still ongoing on who is supposed to be the next manager for the club of Manchester United. Is it gonna be Erik Ten Hag sticking on the job? The review is still on, meaning that there are lots of things they're really adding up to it that they come up with a solution. With we the fans being impatient, I tell you, we aren't really getting any better, and I think most of us are really dying of patience, because we all know that Manchester United doesn't have what we call time. Now, Sky Sports have told us that Erik Ten Hag hopes to know this week if he keeps his job or not, and that's what you're going to be getting in from INEOS. And INEOS is really acting very amateurish in this situation, and I think they don't know what to do. INEOS has never gone ahead to manage a big club, but one thing they have is they have two people on that board. There is Jean-Claude, the interim acting CEO for the club of Manchester United. We all know how far he has gone ahead to do his job at the club of Juventus and PSG. He has managed big clubs before. And Omar Berrada, he was at Barcelona and he has been at Man City. Those two know how big clubs are supposed to be run. But to obviously hold it up to now, when we don't know who the manager is, it really shows a lot of incompetency. And this post, all this announcement that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to put up onto his YouTube channel, that we've gone ahead obviously get into a text, and we've gone ahead obviously drop it onto our YouTube channel, onto our X account and now to our YouTube channel, is really worrying. He says, this week is crucial for Erik Ten Hag's future, with a decision likely coming. Contacts with other managers, representatives are there should they make a decision to sack Erik Ten Hag. Hear this. Even in the last 3 to 4 days, Manchester United made contact with agents of other managers. Have you heard? When I heard that, I was like, Erik Ten Hag is already going to get a sack. And my worry is, why aren't they really announcing that the guy has gone ahead to be sacked? That is my worry. If you feel like you don't trust the manager anymore, then why don't you tell him that, please, you are sacked? You get? They should tell him that he's sacked. If you are speaking to other managers, it's obviously a confirmation that the decision is you are sacking Erik Ten Hag. And why aren't you really making it why aren't you really making it public? You get? You are speaking to other managers and you are holding on to the decision that most of us don't know. We all know that there are people at INEOS who really love Erik Ten Hag and those that don't. Dave Bresfold doesn't like Erik ten Hag, and when you hear the manager he likes to take on Manchester United, it is Gareth Southgate. You understand? Gareth Southgate, who is unrated when it comes to the Premier League jobs. You know, do you know how many years? I think it's like 16 years since he last managed a Premier League club. You get? And it got relegated, the club that he was managing. That is Gary Southgate for you. And it really sends me into a thought that, are they willing to hold this on until when the Euros are done and then they announce the manager? You get? I don't know. Because they might be looking out at a manager who is really out there, is there, and he's not ready to see to it that he divides his attention. But when I flip the coin, I think it doesn't add up, because Manchester United announced Louis van Gaal as the next manager for the club of Manchester United in 2014 when he was going to the Euros. You understand? He was going to the Euros. Sorry, it was going to the World Cup, and he was the manager. And he was like managing the side of Netherlands at the same time, managing the side of Manchester United, like conducting transfers. And that's how the likes of Darry Blind came in through at the club of Manchester United. You remember that very well? And in 2014, who played in the final? It was Germany and Argentina. Right? So, I think we can obviously announce a new manager and then get things going, because you can't keep us patient like this for all this long. Competent teams are really sacking managers and they're replacing them immediately. And the most naive thing you'll ever do is to hold on to a manager whom you don't know, that whom you are not willing to keep. You know? Why should you do that? It really shows incompetency of the highest order. And for the side of Manchester United, they should obviously get to know that it's not funny anymore. You get? It's not funny anymore for the club of Manchester United. We need to come up with a solution to obviously give Erik ten Hag his ultimatum. And you might also think that they are really trying to negotiate with Erik ten Hag and see how things are really going to pan out, and they are really trying to negotiate to narrow him to what they want him to be doing at the club of Manchester United, like to take off the veto power and see to it that the board is responsible for signing players. If not, Ten Hag wants to leave. You get? And he really went ahead to stipulate it outside there very well on the final that if they don't want me here, I'll go elsewhere and win trophies, because that's what I've been doing in my entire career. That's what Erik ten Hag went ahead to say. So, Ten Hag is like, I'll leave the club of Manchester United. And they are trying to talk to these other managers and put out stories that they're talking to these other managers to weaken Erik ten Hag. But Erik ten Hag is standing a firm position because he knows how good a manager he is. And I tell you, if you sack Erik ten Hag, Man City, I tell you this, if they sack Erik ten Hag, you might see Erik ten Hag managing Man City in the season of 2025-2026, because the side of Man City knows that Pep Guardiola might not obviously extend his contract, and for the season of 2025-2026 they'll need a new manager. And don't be surprised that a manager that Manchester United sacked is going to be managing Man City. You understand? And to show you how good this guy is and how high related Erik ten Hag is, Bayern Munich and Barcelona had him onto the list. And that's why they took long to obviously take on Vincent Kompany and Hans Flick as their managers respectively, because they are really talking to Erik ten Hag. And Erik ten Hag was like, I cannot do an interview with you because I'm 100% committed to being the manager of Manchester United. And that's what beats my understanding. You are having a manager at the job. Bayern needed him. Barcelona needed him. And you don't want to obviously give him what he wants, obviously take the club to the next level. You know, It's really very, very, very chaotic at the club of Manchester United. And INEOS have to find a solution to this, because if they don't find a solution to this, they are not leaders. What makes you a leader is your decisions that you make. If you are not good at making decisions, then you are not going to be a very good leader. So all what we have to understand is that you can only become a good leader when you are what we call a good decisive maker. And that's what makes a leader. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe is seated outside there, knowing that the summer transfer window is just 11 days to commence, we've been speaking to players, and we've gone ahead to start losing players like Tosin to the side of Chelsea. We are losing Benjamin Sheshko to Arsenal. We are going to lose others to other teams because of our snail pace negotiating tactics and decision making being very slow. Then they shouldn't be here. You understand? So I want to see INEOS coming out and obviously making a decision by Tuesday. Let's make that. I don't support the sacking of Erik ten Hag, and I won't support it. But if at all that's the decision you are standing on, come out firm and show us that you are in charge. Everything they're doing, it's like shows they are not in charge. That is it. Because if you are in charge, that's what in charge people don't do. A person in charge will come out and tell Erik ten Hag, we are parting ways with you. We are parting ways with you, because we know that they are in fear of the audience, the fans of Manchester United. But what makes you a very good leader is to stand onto your word. That is it. So I call upon INEOS to come out and really put in a very huge message to everyone in here, whether Erik ten Hag is going to be here or not, because this is not a mid-season. This is not at the start of the season. It's not the end of the season. We are planning for next season, meaning that competent clubs have already gone ahead to bring in managers. Chelsea know their manager. Barcelona know their new manager. Bayern Munich know their new manager. Look at West Ham. They know their new manager. Ajax know their new manager. Meaning that they want to make thorough preparations for this club. You understand? So we wait and see how that pans out. But I know there is a lot of unsettlement at Manchester United because of the Glazers taking long to obviously make decisions onto what we think is supposed to be done immediately. Now, after that, Lisandro Martinez has gone ahead to obviously join his Argentina national team. And where have I gone ahead to obviously bring you this story? I know most of you have been asking the process or the kind of situation in which Lisandro Martinez is in, because in the final, when you're playing against Man City, he was just forced off the field of play because of a hamstring, like we thought he had gone ahead to get injured again. But thank God, Lisandro Martinez has not been injured, and he has gone ahead to join the Argentine national team, and the training is obviously on, and we see to it that a lot is really going to go on as planned. So wait and see how that pans out. But Lisandro Martinez, the butcher, is physically fit, and is going to be representing for his nation, that is Argentina, and they are in America. That's where they're obviously training from, and I think they will jet back to the homeland to host this tournament. Remember, Argentina are the hosts, and I think they're going to be opening up very soon, and I will be really excited to watch Licha the Butcher do the needful into that game of football. I think for him it's a given that's going to be part of the team, but for Alejandro Garnacho, question marks are still there, because we know that Garnacho is a Ronaldo fan, and looks like the camp of Argentina are really like, how do you come out and not support Messi? I've gone ahead to see the likes of Di Maria, Engel, and very many others coming out and really say, how could you really love Ronaldo more than Messi, yet you are playing with Messi in the same team? You understand? So there is some politics in there for you that might say him really thrown under the bus, but all in all, we know that he can obviously thrive through that. And if Ado does not take part into the Copa America, for me it's a plus for him to rest and return early in time to play for the club of Manchester United in the preseason and as the season starts. Casemiro with his young one, obviously Casemiro Senior and Casemiro Junior, on a holiday, and I'm going to be really bringing you the story of Casemiro and how we can get or recoup all the money that we bought him from the side of Real Madrid. And he's enjoying his holidays, and we're here to wait and see how things are really going to pan out. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Through and David is my name. Tell me your thoughts about Ten Hag's hacking plan. Still on? INEOS are really still holding it up to sack him, though I believe that he still has chances to stay the manager of Manchester United. But his decision is anticipated this week. What do you make about Lisandro Martinez being fit and Casemiro enjoying his holidays? Rock and David is my name. Second video of the day. More is coming on this channel. Just keep it United Matters channel. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you and bless you abundantly. We out, my mates.